Really?
Cause it's Friday,
You're so cute.
you ain't got no job,
Look at him.
and you ain't got shit to do.
You have none of your shit.
7:13 Monday afternoon on my third to last day of work. So, yeah, that's a thing. Hopefully no more of that for a while. We'll see if this guy runs me over. He wants to. He didn't though. Last day of work. Let's go. Have you ever been walking down the sidewalk towards something maybe a little taboo, and it feels like everybody knows where you're going and what you're going to do? That's what it feels like leaving on my last day of work. Let's go home. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling. Something about actually leaving. It's weird. It's hitting me now. I'm not going to work tomorrow. It's a new chapter. I'm not going to work tomorrow. You know what? Last day of work. That's a special occasion, right? Twist off wine, that's how you know it's fancy. Slow down there, Matt. It's not that special a night. Last home game I'm going to play in Madison, at least until I visit. Normal Friday game, normal Friday lineup, as far as I know. Let's make it count.
Big pots only.
You hear that, camera? Big pots only.
Muck like lady. All like lady.
Deal like lady.
Deal like lady.
The nice thing about recording here is you got fucking Tweedledee narrating every single thing that happens at the table. Like, he never shuts the fuck up.
Fuck you, Dozo.
This hand we picked up King 6 offsuit in the big blind, and we check when there are 3 limps to us. The flop is 10-6 deuce with 2 hearts. I end up leading for $4.
Not on you, Bruce.
4 US dollars.
For America.
4 Americas is the bet.
For America.
More Americas are coming right now, I can tell you that. 19 Americas.
19.
I face a raise to $19 and have a pretty easy fold.
Jack 10 good attack.
Okay. Jeez. Make it 5, and you put in 7. You're getting this on TV.
Give him change.
Make change. You did say it.
Guys, I can't put every stupid thing that happens in this game in the vlog, alright?
People be like,
It would be 3 hours long.
He's like, what the fuck is going on?
There you go.
Why?
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I get up for just 5 seconds.
Okay, 8-7 is like we were on the 17th. Yeah, he actually was doing all right, and then he basically topped his team.
You're gonna put this cat on the full hug.
Of course.
Check.
He smooths the divots with his 3-wood from the fairway.
In this hand, I pick up Queen Jack of Spades, and it limps around with me in the big blind. The flop is Jack 10-10 with 2 hearts, and it checks around. The turn is an offsuit 3, and a tough player leads for $5 in the small blind. Everyone except for one player calls, so we are 4 way to the river.
That was magnificent.
The river is an offsuit ace, and the same player ends up betting $15 now, which I found to be a little bit odd because most of the value hands that he would lead on the turn don't really like this river. But it's certainly possible that he would check the flop with just a 10, hoping to get some action, and then lead turn in river small, trying to get just a little bit of value. I thought it was a fairly trivial fold, and everyone else folded as well.
Move on with our
Easy
life.
game. Flop trips.
Yeah. You bet. Followed by
10-4 offsuit in the small blind.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I played that once, it didn't work.
You got exactly 0 of my cards right.
In this hand, I have King Queen offsuit, and a reasonably tight player opens to $7. There's one call in front of me, I call, and 3 more players call. The flop comes Queen 4-3 rainbows. We make top pair. The pre-flop raiser ends up checking, and the player who was the first caller pre-flop bets $20. Everyone except for the pre-flop raiser actually ends up calling. The turn is a 5, and it actually ends up checking around. I decided that it was pretty difficult for me to get value in this spot, and most holdings would be pretty weak, or have just improved to 2 pair this time. The river was a 6, and it checked around to me again. This time I decided to bet $40 because I felt that it was pretty difficult for anybody to hold a straight in this spot. There's not very many Queen X combos that can make a straight, and those that can are pretty unlikely holdings pre-flop for any of these players. But on the other hand, the only thing I can really get value from is something like Queen Jack, Queen 10 suited, maybe Queen 9 suited, and some pocket pairs, and I don't think many of the pocket pairs are really going to call here. So it might actually be a little bit too thin. Everyone ended up folding, and I took down a medium-sized pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Grafton. Oh, Grafton. Totally different.
380? 380. Wait, it's only 305 more.
A lady and a lady in the list.
305 more?
Correct.
Where is it?
He's all in.
I wasn't involved in this hand, but it was a 3-way all-in on a 10-7-6 board, and I think that this was Omaha high-low, and a set got it in against at least one made straight and a nut low draw. The set made a boat.
Really? Tied with that shit?
Yep.
Bruce is 9H
That
that
shit.
Royally. Fuck with a 10 blocker.
Yeah, Bruce
even.
has a straight.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I also had 7-6 was the fun part about that.
Me too.
Yeah.
All the boat blockers, so you had to run
All the boat bloggers.
I had 3-4-6 on.
Ship it to KY.
Yeah. Play bad, run good.
Did you see the straight out there?
I'm going to Village Lanes tomorrow. Kay was going to buy me a lot of drinks.
That's best.
Alright.
I thought you had a low. I don't even need one.
I thought you had a straight with a diamond draw.
Oh, that was a set. All
I
day.
folded my straight.
All day.
Which one?
Are you recording the terribleness?
Fucked up flop. I don't know.
Did you record that, man?
I
How
did.
you, how you do
Well,
that.
from
record-
like the flop
Let's
onward.
hear your commentary.
When it was
about
better
that.
before. Pot. Give me 3.
Your queen 10?
No, queen 7.
That's why I bet. Get you out of the pot.
Yeah, 'cause Queen 7 was calling anyway.
Very beneficial play.
And would have won the whole
Continue to
thing.
make.
That's what sucks. Whenever
If I had ace deuce, I would have won the whole thing.
It's great when they
because I
come.
would've called.
They
I
decided
don't blame
to
him.
tape the record.
I'm
Nothing
just,
happened.
I'm just getting the audio now.
Yeah,
This is pure gold here.
Pure
Because I
gold.
thought they had ace deuce.
Gold,
That's
Jerry,
what I
pure
told
gold.
them. Last time it happened.
In this session, I didn't end up recording all of the hands that were interesting, so I'm going to go over a couple right here. In this hand, we have 6-4 of clubs. There are 2 limps. I overlimp in the cutoff, and the button also limps. The big blind checks his options, so we end up going 5-way to the flop. Flop is Queen 8-7, where the queen is a heart and the 8 and 7 are clubs, so we flop a flush draw. We also flop a gut shot to a straight flush. Checks around at me and I bet $15, and a player who I think was in the big blind check raises to $35. Folds back around to me, and I felt like he pretty much always had to have just a queen. This particular player I just felt like was only ever going to do this for value, but based on his sizing, I felt pretty confident that he didn't have better than a decent one pair. And I also thought that he'd be pretty unhappy if we made a re-raise. He had about $250 behind, and I decided to make it $105. At this point, I'm definitely committed to the hand if he does decide to shove, but he was pretty unhappy once I made that raise, and he just folded.
Who cares?
Really?
Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. Meow. He's having none of your shit. Look at his ass.
His ass wanted to get the fuck out of here.
Oh my
Russ, are you
goodness.
allergic to cats?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He took his pills though, he said.
I'm just getting back from the game. It's like 6 a.m. Pretty tired. Booked a win, so a few in a row now, which is nice. Particularly with the move. A little later packing than we wanted to be, but it's going well now. It's a total mess in here, but we're getting there. Moving company comes in 2 days, and then we start driving in 3 days. It's happening.
She said, boys, like a little more booty to hold at night. Do you guys like booty? Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. What the hell am I? Is it too late now to say sorry? It's just your Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause you know it's here too late to say I'm sorry. say